What's up, guys? It's man here. Welcome to the Diablo Research Institution. Appreciate you guys for coming by. Like this damn video if you will. Subscribe to the page and the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And blessings to my channel members and patrons. Links in the description below. So what you have before you today is another fire assassin, alright? But this one in particular, I decided to put an infinity rune word on the mercenary, but I made another drastic change, alright? One of you little toads in the comments notified me on how Death Sentry actually has a radius about it that increases per level you invest into Death Sentry. Because in my last video I just put 1 point into it, and the radius was complete ass. But now that I max that shit out, it has a 15-yard radius. And that's extremely important. In fact, I think it's entirely applicable solely to the corpse explosion aspect, to my understanding. Because the lightning goes across the damn screen no matter what level it is, so it seems anyway. So at this point, basically this character is going to be far better than the one in the last video, I believe, because my mercenary is now wielding infinity, so I have a nice level 12 conviction aura. And in addition to that, my Death Sentry is going to be popping corpses that have a very, have an increased radius for the corpse explosion. So shit's gonna die a lot faster, I think. The mercenary is also wearing treachery and vampire gaze hell. Quite nice. So let's see how well it fares. I'll show you the rest of the gear in just a minute, but I am curious to see how well it performs in... Let's just go to the Frigid Highlands right away. Gonna cast a couple Wake of Fires, and then one Death Sentry. Oh my god. It didn't even have time to react. The corpse explosion. They just die so fast. And here we go. I'm going to use Cloak of Shadows. Going to blind his ass. Oh my god, this is amazing. Holy shit. Is this hell mode? Yes, it is. This is indeed hell mode. Are you kidding me right now? Alright, let's head over to the Chaos Sanctuary. Pretty poor teleport rate. Cast rate, that is. Cloak of Shadows. Oh my god. Ooh, Greater Talons. These are some that you want to pick up. Some of you guys have seen this in my last video, but check this out. One of the best claws you can possibly find in the game, as far as I see it. If you're like a fire trap sin. The Cunning prefix gives +3 to traps, so it's absolute hog. And of quickness, the suffix, is that what that is? Prefix, suffix, affix, they're both affixes, but the suffix, I think is what you call it, plus 40% increased attack speed, so it's absolute hog. And of course, the other thing that you're looking for on these things is the random roll of skill. Whereas this one had randomly on it, let's say, in theory, +3 to Wake of Fire. So just crazy stats on this thing. And it might actually be able to roll another skill on there. I'm not sure if it can. I'm going to have to do more research and shit. So I will update you guys in a future video what these things can actually roll. I'm not really sure if they can roll... If the magic items can roll like another skill in addition to the +3 to Wake of Fire, can it say have +3 to Death Sentry as well? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any idea. And I'm speaking, of course, in regards to a magic item such as this. And I don't think it should change the matter whether or not it has the Cunning prefix on it. But I mean, just an absolute hog of a claw. And I put 2 fire facets in there. And to my understanding, it has been a recent change in D2R where enemy resist pierce and all that shit, and +2 fire damage, for example, or lightning skill damage. It now applies to traps. That used to not be the case. All right, let's go. Let's go to a nice. Here we go. Here's a good spot right here. Blind his ass, and one death sentry in the middle. Oh my god! Look at it wipe the screen. It's like better than a Jabazon, or just as good, perhaps. And you have some other nice benefits, like Cloak of Shadows, for example. Cast a shadow to blind nearby enemies, lowering their defenses for a period of time. This thing has a range of 20 yards. Oh my god, my mercenary just died. So here's how we go without him. Even without the mercenary, it still just destroys. And I do have a Sunder Charm on this character. These guys are going to be a bit thick. Yeah, these guys are going to be tough right here. I'm going to get the mercenary. In my last video, I did a very similar build, only, like I said, less were in Death Sentry. And my mercenary had a Reaper's Toll on him, rather. And it performed very well. Piece of crap. Alright, this wave gets obliterated. But I think that this might be... I mean, this is definitely the best fire assassin that I've tried yet in the Research Institution. There could be a few other things done to it. I mean, basically, a few more Grand Charms in the inventory. I have 1, 2, 3 trapped Grand Charms, and that's it. So I could, of course, fit 3 more right here, or even 4 and 5 if I want to get rid of the cube and all that. But I kind of like keeping the cube. I'd rather just make that sacrifice. I could get a +3 to Trap's Amulet. Whereas right now I have a Maras, a nearly perfect Maras with 28 all res. But yeah, I mean, even in the Chaos Sanctuary, as you can see, where you have a lot of fire immune enemies, it still seems to fare quite alright. Ooh, Ravenclaw. This is a popular bow for leveling up on BattleNet, I believe, because the explosive arrow explosion, I believe, benefits in itself from enchant. So you can have a very high explosion damage if you get enchanted by like a really high level sorceress. I'm not sure if that goes on these days. That's just how it was a few years ago before D2R was released. Alright, pretty impressive. Perhaps what will be even more impressive is the cow level. I am curious to see how well this character performs on the cow level. So I suppose right here I'll cast the Wake of Inferno. As you can see here, it's level 40, and it does about 8,327 damage per second. Oh my god. I missed the death. It happened so fast. It happened quite fast. Bit faster than what I was anticipating. Alright, so I'm going to go fetch the lag, and let's see how well this fares in the cow level. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go roast ourselves some beef, and we'll see how well this Wake of Fire Sin does on the cow level. The Wake of Fire is level 43, and on screen the damage looks like complete ass. But of course, each trap shoots a wave 5 times, and each of those waves does about 1,300 to 1,500 damage. So in practice, I think it actually performs a lot better than you might expect. Jeez! Alright, I have a Death Sentry in the center there. Oh my god! Cloak of Shadows. Death Sentry. Yeah, so I cast about 4 Wake of Fire Sentries, then 1 Death Sentry. Oh my god! Look at it go! Holy freaking toad! Oh my god, look at how awesome it looks! Yeah, the Tribe Assassin has always been just one of my favorite characters ever since the Assassin was released for Diablo 2. I do remember one time I went up to a cottage, right? My parents had a cottage when I was a little duck, and we didn't have any internet there. And so I played like single player Diablo 2. and I made a traps in, a wake of fire traps in just like this one, and I basically ran it through normal mode. And it was a damn good time, but the problem is in those days, of course there were no Sunder Charms, and even with Infinity, most of the fire immunes throughout the game, the level 12 conviction from Infinity just does not break the fire immune, so you're just screwed. But I guess that would, you could say that's a positive thing from these new Sunder Charms, where now you can break all the fire immunes, and maybe that makes it a little too easy. But on the other hand, it at least makes your build viable, where you can have a fire traps in. And yeah, I'm pretty damn surprised how well it actually works out. I didn't expect it to work out this well. And maybe I will top off the inventory with trap charms, but let me know in the comments what sort of changes should I make on this character. I maxed out, of course, Wake of Fire and its 2 synergies. I maxed out Death Sentry solely for its Corpse Explosion. And then I put just 1 point into some of the disciplines, like Burst of Speed, Cloak of Shadows, Fade, and then I put the rest into Shadow Master, is what I did with this build. So I have this Style Points Claw, I have Mage Fist, very nice 1 to fire skills, and the cast rate to help with the teleport, because I am using Enigma, Ravenfrost, Arak, Stone of Jordan, Alder's Boots, just because I could use other boots, I suppose, but I do like the nice run walk you get from Alders and the fire res to help negate the negative effect from the Sunder. Phoenix, maybe I could try something else here, like a Plague, with similar rolls to this thing. But I like the Redemption aura from Phoenix. I could try an Insight Mercenary with the Plague, I suppose. But I'm not going to be piercing enemy fire res nearly as much in that case. Unless if I'm getting hit a lot and casting a lower res, which is unlikely. And I don't want that anyway, because they will die, the assassin. They're not very durable. So if she or he or whatever you want to call it gets the shit kicked out of it, it's going to die, alright? So you don't really want to get hit too often, is kind of the problem. And then I have Flickering Flame Helm, which is a very nice helm for a character like this. So let's go roast the Cow King. Yeah, this is amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to take a spiritual journey through the game with the traps in. Maybe just give them the damn flame riff just from the beginning, and then they can use it when they hit level 75. And you could actually get through hell. I wonder if that's possible, because then you'd have to get through Nightmare with primarily just fire skills. I don't know how well that would work out. You might run into some trouble. Oh, there's a poor man's thing right there. +3 to fire skills on Hexfire. Yeah, there's a poor man's thing you could use. A poor man's Heart of the Oak, basically, for a fire character. But of course, you might as well use Spirit Sword over that. It's just too damn good. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this character in the comments below. What changes should I make to it? And what other builds would you like to see in the Research Institution? I think I'm going to try some Amazon up next, maybe, some Barbarian. I'm not quite done with the Assassin. Of course, there's plenty to try with the Assassin, but I'm just having a good time with the Flame Traps. So I'm wondering if there's anything else I should try here. But I do appreciate you guys for coming by, and thank you to my patrons and my channel members for making these videos possible. Blessings to you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace be with you.